caught vaping a cart in school bathroom. So this story dates back to roughly the same time. If you've seen the video of when I gave my cousin a cart, it was around the same time. It was the same cart. And basically, I brought this thing to school pretty much every day with me. This cart lasted me ages. Anyway, this specific day, I brought the cart and it was morning. And basically, I was wanting to rip this cart really fucking badly. So I was in history class, first period on a Monday. And I was sitting there thinking I want to rip this cart so badly because I couldn't rip it because my mom just dropped me off at school and it would have stunk. And I wasn't allowed to vape. I was sitting there and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go to the bathroom and rip this cart real quick. So I asked Mr. Sane, my history teacher at the time, if you know, you know. And I asked him if I could go to the bathroom real quick. And I get my little cart and I put it in my pocket. He says yes. So I go down to the nearest bathroom and I sit in a cubicle and I start ripping. I was scrolling through Instagram, just ripping this cart like hella, like so much. Just watching funny ass videos and I was sitting there for literally 10-15 minutes, no word of a lie. And I was just sitting there watching funny videos, ripping the cart like fuck. And then I hear the door open. I'm just thinking, oh fuck, it probably stinks of weed in here. I hope it's not a teacher. Which it was, and basically he was standing there for a while and I could hear his shoes scuffling and all that, and I was like, that is not a student. And he didn't really like go for a piss or anything, he just stood there waiting for me to get out of the cubicle. He knew I was in there. Mr. Sane called him to go and see if I was still in the bathroom or if I was okay or whatever. Sitting there and I didn't rip it until this point, and I come out the cubicle. And he says, well, what is that smell that I can smell in here? And I was like so fucking scared. I was like, oh my God, I have no idea. Like, what are you talking about? And he says, come on, Daniel, don't play dumb with me. I was just like, seriously, I have no idea what that smell is. I don't smell anything. What are you smelling? He was like, it smells like cannabis. And I was like, oh my God, and shit. And I just didn't even fess up or anything. I was just like, what? Cannabis? What the fuck is that? Well, I didn't say what the fuck is that. I was like, I don't smell any cannabis. What are you talking about? He tells me to empty my pockets. Now, luckily, I always done this. I used to do it all the time because I knew at one point I was going to get searched. There was a police officer in the school. I'm surprised he didn't actually come in the bathroom. I don't think he was actually there this day. I have it gooch, which is basically in your waistband. You guys know if you're from Scotland, we call it the gooch. I empty my pockets and he sees that there's nothing in there and he says, well, I've got to take you down to the office anyway. Instantly, my heart just sank. Like, you know that feeling that you get when you're away to literally shit yourself because you know that this is not good, there's something's away to happen. So he sits me down in this office and then he goes to get all the deputy head teachers. And then all the deputy head teachers come in and then with the head teacher, and then he says, take a smell of him. And the girl deputy head teacher that was there takes a nice smell of my chest, and then she says, oh, that's a very pungent smell of cannabis. And I was like, what are you talking about? I literally haven't been smoking any weed. And she says, are you sure? Your eyes don't say that. I used the classic excuse of, I was tired, I literally just got up, I'd been up since like 2 in the morning, whatever. And then the deputy head teacher looks at my head teacher and is like, what should we do with him? And he looks to speak at me, like not so much to the other deputy that asked him. He like looks at me and he's like, I don't know, I think maybe we should maybe get his mum if he doesn't admit anything. And I was just like, oh my fucking God, why is this happening to me right now? And after that, they basically threatened to get the police school officer in to strip search me, which would never have happened because I was under 16 and I knew that for a fact. I knew the law pretty well back then. There was no fooling me, but either way, they never got the school officer down. Basically what they done was they just sent me back to class and said that they were going to like pick up on it later and that they knew that there was something up and they were going to like do something, but nothing ever happened. Like I never got anything like back at me for that to this day. But if you like this video, definitely like and follow. Peace.